Beowulf, Part 32. He who did himself sore hurt did not violate the dragon's hoard eagerly of his own free will, but some thane of the sons of heroes was fleeing in great distress from hostile blows, and pressed down by his guilt, lacking a shelter, the man took hiding there. Straightway he looked in. Dread of the monster lay upon him, yet in his misery. Then the sudden attack seized him. There were in the cave many such ancient treasures, which in days gone by some men carefully hid there, great relics of a noble race, precious store. Death took them all off in past times, and still that one veteran of the people who tarried there longest, a watchman wearying for his friends, looked toward the like fate, that but for a short space he might have sway over the long gathered treasures. The barrow stood all ready on open ground, hard by the waves, newly raised near the headland, stored in artful barriers. Into it the guardian of the rings bore the precious heap of the treasures of earls of beaten gold. Few words he spoke. Now, earth, do thou hold, now that heroes cannot, the wealth of earls. Lo, valiant men erstwhile took it from thee. Death in war, a sweeping slaughter, took off each of the men, each of my people, who gave up his life. They had seen joy in hall. I have no one who can wield the sword or polish the golden vessel, the precious flagon. The old warriors have departed. The stout helmet adorned with gold must be reft of its beaten plates. The polishers slumber who should make splendid the battle masks. And the corselet likewise, which endured the stroke of swords in war mid the cracking of shields, follows the warrior to decay. The coat of mail cannot journey afar by the side of heroes after the passing of the warrior. There is no joy of the harp, delight of the timbrel, nor does the good hawk sweep through the hall, nor the swift steed stamp in the court. Violent death has caused to pass many generations of men. Thus, sad in mind, the latest left of all lamented his sorrow. Day and night he wept joyless, till the surges of death touched his heart. The old twilight foe, the naked hostile dragon, who seeks out barrows, flaming as he goes, who flies by night, compassed with fire, found the costly treasure. Him the dwellers in the land greatly fear. He must needs seek the hoard in the earth, where old in years he holds possession of the pagan gold. Nor shall he profit one whit by that. Thus did the people's foe guard that mighty treasure house in the earth for 300 years, till a man angered him in mind. He bore the plated goblet to his master, begged his lord for protection. Then the treasure was found. The hoard rings was lessened. The boon was granted to the unhappy man. For the first time the prince beheld the ancient work of men. Then the dragon awoke. Wrath was rekindled. He sprang along the rock. Brave in heart, he came upon the enemy's foot track. He had stepped with stealthy craft near the dragon's head. Thus may a man, not destined to fall, who relies on the Almighty's protection, easily survive sorrow and exile. The treasure guardian, sore and savage in mind, made eager search along the ground. He was set on finding the man, him who had done him scathe while he slept. Often he made a whole circuit of the mound outside. There was no man in that waste place. Yet he was keen for the conflict, the work of war. At times he turned to the barrow, sought the treasure. Forthwith he found that some man had ransacked the gold with rich stores. With difficulty did the treasure guardian delay till evening came. Then wrathful was the warden of the barrow. The foul creature was determined to avenge with fire the precious flagon. Then day had departed as the dragon desired. No longer would he wait on the wall, but went forth with fire, furnished with flame. The first onslaught was terrifying to the people in the land, even as it was speedily ended with sorrow for their giver of treasure. Then the monster began to belch forth flames to burn the bright dwellings. The flare of the fire brought fear upon men. The loathly air flyer wished not to leave aught living there. The warring of the dragon was widely seen, the onslaught of the cruel foe far and near, how the enemy of the people of the Geats wrought despite and devastation. He hastened back to the horde, to his hidden hall, ere it was day. He had compassed the dwellers in the land with fire, with flames, and with burning. He trusted in the barrow, in bravery and the rampart. His hope deceived him. Part 33. Then quickly the terror was made known to Beowulf, according to the truth, that his own abode, the best of buildings, the gift throne of the Geats, was melting in the surges of flame. That was sorrow to the good man's soul, greatest of griefs to the heart. The wise man thought that, breaking established law, he had bitterly angered God, the Lord everlasting. His breast was troubled within by dark thoughts, as was not his wont. The fire dragon had destroyed with flames the stronghold of his subjects, the land by the sea from without and the countryside. The warlike king, the prince of the Veders, gave him requital for that. Then the protector of warriors, the lord of earls, bade an iron shield, a splendid war targe, to be wrought for him. Full well he knew that wood would not help him, linden wood against fire. The chieftain, long famous, was fated to endure the ending of fleeting days of life in the world, and the dragon with him, though for long space he had held the treasure store. Then the Prince of Rings scorned to seek the far flyer with a troop of men with a great host. He feared not the fight, nor did he account as aught the valor of the dragon, his power and prowess, because ere this defying danger he had come through many onslaughts, wild attacks, when he, the man of victory, purged Hrothgar's hall, and in war killed with his grip the kin of Grendel, the hateful race. That was not the most paltry of hand-to-hand struggles where they slew Hygelac, when the king of the Geats, the friendly prince of the peoples, the son of Herethrel, died in the rushes of battle in the land of the Frisians, his blood shed by the sword, beaten down by the brand. Beowulf came thence by his own strength, swam over the sea. Alone he held on his arm 30 suits of armor when he set out on the sea. The Hetware, who bore the linden shields forward against him, had no cause to boast of the battle on foot. Few escaped from the battle hero to seek their home. The son of Ecgtheow swam over the stretch of the gulfs, the hapless solitary man, back to his people, where Hugh tendered him treasure and kingdom, rings and the throne. She did not trust her son that he could hold his fatherland against hostile hosts, now that Hygelac was dead. Yet the unhappy men could in no way win the chieftain's consent that he would be lord over Heredred, or that he would elect to rule the realm. Nevertheless, he upheld him among the people with friendly counsel, graciously with support, until Heredred grew older. He ruled the Vidergeats. Exiles, the son of Oter, sought him over the sea. They had risen against the protector of the Skelfings, the best of sea kings, who gave out treasure in Sweden, a famous prince. That ended his life. Deadly wounds from sword slashes he, the son of Hygelac, gained there for his hospitality. And the son of Oguntheow departed again to seek his home, where Heredred was laid low. He let Beowulf hold the throne, rule over the Geats. That was a good king. And we'll pause here and continue with part 34 in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Love you guys. As Tigger says, ta-ta for now.